Hey guys, it's me, Helena. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Astrocartography with Helena, where we talk all about astrocartography, locational astrology, and creating magical lives in places you love. Currently, I am right now in a small little fjord, a little town called Geiranger, Norway. Super small, surrounded by fjords and mountains. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it's been really exciting going to all my different parents, my latitude crossings, and experiencing and documenting the journey in a vlog for you guys, which I'll be posting soon on this channel. There is the cruise right over there. There's a Celebrity Apex, such a beautiful ship. Truly, one of Alex and my favorite vacations we've ever taken. Before we get started with today's video, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and head over to my Instagram at Ms. Helena Woods because I post daily content there, inspirational, uplifting, expansive content for you to enjoy as I travel around the world full-time to my astrocartography lines. All right, let's get started with today's video. This video is really important because this is a question that I see all the time on my YouTube comments, and I thought it would be finally time to address this because it's very, very important. One of the most common questions that I get here on YouTube in the comments, I see you guys commenting this question all the time, and it is the question of what changes with the relocated chart? Does the zodiacal releasing change? Does my annual perfections change? Does my secondary progressions change? Does everything change in my life, including my own natal promise, my own birth chart, what I'm here to do in my life, all of the things that are in your birth chart? Does all of that completely change, including timing, when you move to a different part of the world, when you relocate your birth chart? If you've watched my previous video over here on one of the biggest mistakes that people make when doing locational astrology work, it's not considering the relocated chart, because relocated charts are the foundation of astrocartography maps. You can't have one without the other. The maps were created years later after relocated charts. So we have to use relocated charts when we're comparing places and these stories of places in the world. But here's the thing. Your natal promise, your blueprint of your life, your gifts, your talents, the areas of life, those houses, as well as your zodiacal releasing and annual perfections, none of that changes. As you know, I'm a Hellenistic astrologer using traditional techniques, whole sign houses, and the tropical zodiac. And when it comes to Hellenistic techniques, we always have to go back to the primary source. If you're a student of mine in my courses, you know I talk about the primary source versus the secondary source. And the primary source in astrology is your natal chart and your transits that are happening to the natal chart. So we're always using the primary source, the birth chart, the birth natal promise of your chart. We're always using that for zodiacal releasing. We're always using that with annual perfections. We're always using that with your transits. It's the first thing we're always gonna look at when we're understanding what's happening in your life, is looking at the primary source. Think of relocated charts as you're putting on sunglasses. You're putting on a filter as to which you see life. Your ascendant, your relocated ascendant, does change when you relocate to new places. And you move those planets that you have in your chart, right? Those planets in your birth chart, they always stay the same in terms of the sign placement that they're in, the degree that it's at, as well as the aspects that your birth planets, that your planets are making to other planets. Those three things are not gonna change at all. The only thing that changes are those houses. The planets are gonna shift into new areas of life, so we're getting a new filter. We're getting a new way of looking at life, approaching life. Different areas of your life are gonna get lit up. Depending on where you go in the world, different areas of consciousness, different areas of life become more activated and more heightened, depending on where you are in the world, as well as the new aspects to angles. Those 4 angles in astrology, there'll be new aspects being made to those angles. But again, the primary thing of the planet in the sign at the degree making the aspects to the other planets, that does not change. That does not change. I don't know if you can hear this waterfall right here. Huge river. It is just so beautiful here. So completely connected to nature and God and the universe. I swear, I feel like there's another Jupiter moon parent in this area because, I am feeling so high on life. I'd be curious to see. We'll see later. Wow. This is insane. This is insane. The primary source, your natal chart, is the most important thing. The transits to your natal chart, most important thing. The zodiacal releasing, annual perfections, all these different timing techniques, we're still using the primary source, the underlying root foundation that everything is built upon. However, when we're talking about relocation, locational astrology, we are going to look at the relocated chart and also the transits and progressions to the relocated chart. This is called Cyclo-cartography, which you can use on your map, created by the late Jim Lewis, the guy who created astrocartography. He created Cyclo-cartography, which is using timing on your map to see what's happening in an area. Think of the relocated chart like you're putting on sunglasses, you're putting on a filter, you're putting on a second layer, an overlay, but you're not changing the natal chart. You're not changing your natal promise. You're not changing your zodiac releasing. My husband here, he's just taking this all in as I finish this video, because I'm about to finish this video now. We're gonna go for a walk to some more waterfalls. But just to recap, because this is a common question I get all the time in my courses, everywhere. You do not just forget about the natal chart. You don't forget about the natal promise. You don't forget about the timing of what is the natal primary source. It's a second level. It's a second layer. It's think of it as a second layer. Think of it as an overlay. Think of it as shifting levels of consciousness, exploring new areas of life, seeing the timing of new areas of life depending on where you are in the world. And think of it as putting on sunglasses. You're not changing who you are. You will always be an Aries rising if that's what you are, right? But you're shifting stories, energies, feelings when you move, when you travel, when you go to different places. So you might be an Aries rising natally, but you might be a Pisces rising in this other location. Think of it as sunglasses. Think of it as a second layer. Honey, you're nodding, but I know you don't know any of this. That's okay. All right, I had to share this video with you here from Norway because I just felt inspired and I feel really good on this Perrin, and I'm going to see what Perrin line that we're on because I feel so lit up and alive here, and I don't know what latitude crossing I'm on, so we're gonna have to check the Perrins. I will update you in the vlog. Go check out that vlog if you haven't already. I'll post it up here so you can watch it. Anyway, have a magical day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Ms. Helena Woods. Check out my free astrocartography content down below in the description, blog, newsletter, free things. I teach this in my courses, and so if you want to go deeper on this, you can check out my courses. But there's tons of free content that you can get all the places. All right, have a magical day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh man, I got lipstick on my teeth again. I feel like my teeth never fully grew. You see these little lines, Alex?
Adding this to the video?
You see the little lines?
No, don't.
You know how when you're a kid you have like bumps on your big teeth? I feel like I never fully grew them, and then they get straighter as you get older. I feel like my big teeth never fully became adult teeth. I'm okay with that.